All right, Shalom. Here is the legislation I was talking about. This is House Bill 1274. It says a bill to be entitled an act to amend Article 2 of Chapter 10 of Title 17 of the Official Code of Georgia, annotated, relating to the death penalty generally, so as to provide a statement of legislative policy, to provide for death by guillotine, to provide for applicability, to repeal conflicting laws, and for other purposes. So they already got this legislation on board, and they're gonna be using it in that day, man. And Jake and them don't even be knowing this shit, man. A lot of Jake's waking up though, but it still ain't gonna change the fact that that's what's gonna happen to him. So it says, be it enacted by the General Assembly of Georgia. The General Assembly finds that while prisoners condemned to death may wish to donate one or more of their organs for transplant, any such desire is thwarted by the fact that electrocution makes all such organs unsuitable for transplant. The intent of the Federal Assembly in enacting this legislation is to provide for a method of execution which is compatible with the donation of organs by a condemned prisoner. It said Articles 2 of Chapter 10 of Title 17 of the Official Code of Georgia, annotated, relating to the death penalty generally, is amended by striking in its entirety Code Section 171038 relating to death sentences generally, and inserting in I forgot how to say that, thereof the following. It says all persons who have been convicted of a capital offense and have had imposed upon them a sentence of death shall, at the election of the condemned, suffer such punishment either by electrocution or by guillotine. So the guillotine is still here, man. It's always been around and it's always going to be around. It says, if the condemned fails to make an election by the 13th day preceding the date scheduled for execution, punishment shall be by electrocution. It says, in all cases in which the defendant is sentenced to be executed, it shall be the duty of the trial judge in passing sentence to direct that the defendant be delivered to the Department of Corrections for execution at a state correctional institution designed by the department. Okay. So yeah. I mean, you can read the rest. You can read the lines that they are crossed out too, if you want to, But yeah, that's it. The guillotine always been here. The prophets got beheaded. The prophets now today gonna be beheaded because they're the same prophets from back then. So, but hold on. Let me see. Acts 7 and 58, just to give an example. Wait, I'm going to give 2 examples. All right, this is Acts chapter 12, verse 1. Now, about the time of Herod, the king stretched forth his hand to vex certain of the church of Israel. And he killed James, the brother of John, with the sword, right? So James was killed. And because he saw it pleased the Jews, he proceeded further to take Peter also. Then were the days of unleavened bread, which were the Passover. And when he had apprehended him, he put him in prison and delivered him to four quaternions of soldiers to keep him, intending after Easter to bring him forth to the people. Peter therefore was kept in prison, but prayer was made without ceasing of the church unto the Most High for him. Right. So, James was killed. Peter was locked up. This is Acts chapter 7. I'm going to just jump to the point. This is Acts chapter 7, verse 52. Which of the prophets have not your fathers persecuted? And they have slain them which shewed before the coming of the just one. Right, so the prophets were always persecuted because they came and showed up just one of Yahushua, whom ye have been now the betrayers and murderers. Right, and they killed Yahushua, who have received the law by the disposition of angels and have not kept it by messengers. When they heard these things, they were cut to the heart, and they gnashed on him with their teeth. But he, being full of the Holy Ghost, looked up steadfastly in heaven and saw the glory of the Most High, and Yahushua standing on the right hand of the Most High, and said, Behold, I see the heavens open, and the Son of Man standing on the right hand of the Most High. Then they cried out with a loud voice, and stopped their ears, and ran upon him with one accord, and cast him out of the city, and stoned him. And the witnesses laid down their clothes at a young man's feet, whose name was Saul. And they stoned Stephen, calling upon the Most High, and saying, Lord, Yahushua, receive my spirit. And he kneeled down and cried with a loud voice, Lord, lay not this sin to their charge. And when he had said this, he fell asleep. Right, so Stephen was stoned, man. So yeah, the prophets gonna be persecuted in that day. Some of the prophets gonna be killed. Some of the prophets gonna be locked up in concentration camps. Some of the prophets gonna be beheaded. But that's it for the lesson. All praise to Abba Shema Shai, double honors to elders and apostles that rule well, and salutation to the brothers that do the truth and sincerity. Shalom.